again, if I would have to ask you like 3-step thing to make sure that you set up a domain correctly, what will be that? What will be those 3 steps just to make sure that the domain is set up correctly?
Yeah, so for an age domain or a brand new domain?
Age domain.
Okay, so for an age domain, the first thing I would probably say is trying to maintain whatever just happened with the previous registrar. So seeing what's going on. A lot of people for some reason like to move the domain names initially as well. So we try to keep the domain wherever it was registered, right? If it's on GoDaddy auctions, we're going to leave it on GoDaddy. If it was with whatever other company it was with, we're going to leave it on that registrar. We're going to leave it on that company. We're not going to try and move the DNS registrar and stuff immediately. We're going to try and make sure the page is re-indexed. We'll probably do GSC on an account that is on the same domain that we're trying to redirect it to, if we're doing a redirect, or on a new account if we're building the site itself. And then once we've got the domain and done all that, we're going to go to step 2, which is setting it up. In terms of setting it up, we want to try and move the site as quickly as possible. So we're going to have all of the pages already built to go live. We're not going to build the home page one day, then the about page the next day, then blog post the day after that, because then we're going to get sandboxed a lot easier. We want the new website to be 100% already done and go live the same day, and then we're going to have links going live to that at the same time, as well as the new entities, new social profiles, all that kind of stuff. GSC sitemap submissions, GSC submitting most important pages, all of that kind of stuff on the same day. And ideally, the site is indexed and doesn't get sandboxed. Then we don't really need step 3. Step 3 is only if it gets sandboxed. And then you have to do like trust layering and things like that, which starts getting a bit more complicated around link building and maybe even some CTL manipulation, all sorts of stuff. But in general, you're just trying to get Google to trust the domain and repurpose it into the new niche, right, in the first place.
And but still, if it gets sandboxed, then what do you do?
It depends, right? Because it can get sandboxed for multiple different reasons. So it can get sandboxed because Google doesn't like the new niche, or it won't repurpose it. So we call it like a repurposing sandbox. It can get sandboxed because it won't give you the equity from the old domain. So it thinks the old domain links should still be in place, and they're pointing to like dead pages and
The correct URL, yes.
Moved the equity around properly, so you want to try and move those dead pages to new pages. And if you're just doing them all at the home page and mastering one, that's an anti-spam signal. And then you can also have issues with the domain itself. So if the domain has had any previous penalties, or it's been registered on like 5 different GSE accounts, all these kind of things, right? That can happen. So you have to diagnose the reason of why it's getting sandboxed and then fix that. In general, 90% of the time, it's going to be trust-based problems, or it's going to be problems with the domain itself.
So when it comes to trust-based problems, you can eventually fix those with EAT signals on the website, correct?
Yeah.
EAT signal, or maybe a function signal. Like, let's suppose if that was an agency domain, maybe try to give the website as a function from the address or anything that makes it relevant, correct?
Yeah, 100%. Like freshness is a massive part of it as well. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.